I'm back in the shop working on my two Marauders. Last video I took apart an engine that I was going to use to put inside this top Marauder, which is in pretty good shape, and found some bad bearings. I'll put a link for that video up over here, so if you want to check that out. But I have this Marauder up here, which doesn't have an engine, and I took this engine apart and found that it's got two spun bearings in there, or also I think three spun bearings in there. But this is a aluminum block, so I'm gonna take this apart and see what is salvageable on here. This is a DA casting over here. If you're looking to see the castings on the heads, the DB and the DC castings are good cylinder heads to keep. This one over here is a DC casting. This, I mean, obviously it's upside down, but I'm going to take this engine apart and see what else is salvageable on it. First, let me see if I can flip this engine over so I can start from the top. Oh, this ain't gonna be too bad. I'm going to take this timing set off of here, but what I don't want to happen is once I release the tension on these chains, I don't want a cam to spin and then push a valve down into the top of the piston. So I'm going to put it in what's called a safe position. And the way I do it is I like to put the keyway straight up and down. And I have a whole video on that. What that does is it puts all the pistons kind of halfway down so that if a valve does spring open, it's not going to crash into the top of the piston. Now I can take all the timing components off of here, at least take the primary chains off. Here's a good look at the guide. So there's a plastic piece that's supposed to be on there like here, and it did look like it was metal on metal, but it doesn't look like it was run for very long. So I think, again, I'm trying to be optimistic here. You know, it wouldn't have thrown too many metal shavings. You can see it nicked the block a little bit too. So luckily it wasn't ran too long. Hopefully it didn't throw a bunch of shavings in here, because I want to keep this head. Now you got to take these guides off because they go into the head and the engine block. So dipstick tube can come out. Now I should be able to take this head off of here. Now I can take this head off. This looks like an aftermarket head gasket here. This looks like a Felpro head gasket. I don't think they come from the factory with these blue Felpro head gaskets on there, but that doesn't look, the top of the pistons don't look too bad. It doesn't look like there's any evidence of a coolant leak or, you know, a head gasket failure or anything. So that's good. As I take these gaskets off too, I can see that whoever put these heads on used that copper spray, which is fine, but I don't think they did it from the factory. So these heads have definitely been replaced, and plus that DC head I think wasn't the right year for this thing. Those are like the most recent dual overhead cam heads for these engines. Now I can flip this thing over and start taking some pistons out. Before I can get to these pistons, I'm going to get this oil pump and pickup tube out of the way. Alright, since the back, I can get to these back pistons. I'm going to start with those and work my way forward. I'm going to keep them in order just so I can kind of look and compare everything. Here's the first one. I didn't think this one had spun, but you can... This is the bearing that's supposed to go in there, and there is no tension keeping this thing in there. This thing, I mean, I'd have to clean it to see, but it's got a bunch of... This thing's in bad shape too, really bad scarring on there. So, I mean, this thing overheated, and I wouldn't be surprised if all these rods and bearings are bad. Hopefully, I don't even know if... I probably can't use the crank anymore. But hopefully I can use the engine block. I'm going to go ahead and take all the pistons out. I got all the pistons out of this thing, and this looks like the worst engine I've ever seen. So these front two journals are by far the worst. Like, these should be all the same size. And you can see, look, this one is really bad. It looks like a complete, I mean, it's completely different size. It just wore down the journal. Like, it's so bad. That I've never seen it that bad before. I mean, the crankshaft seems like it's spinning okay. Hopefully it didn't spin. If it didn't spin a main bearing, then I can reuse this block. If it did spin a main bearing, I'm not going to be able to. Before I can get this crankshaft out, I got to take this rear plate off of here. I think I can get it while it's still on the stand. I was able to get all the bolts out with the help of a ratcheting wrench, 8mm. I love those wrenches. Now I should just be able to pry this thing off of here gently. It feels like this thing wasn't put on by the factory either. This thing, those bolts that were holding it on there were torqued pretty good. This thing does not want to come off here. It feels like it's catching on the actual crank. So I'm going to put some PB Blaster in here and see if I can free up that. I think it's the seal part. It's probably got like a worn in spot. All right, here we go. Hopefully they don't break this thing. Take a couple of these bolts out. Feels like it might be catching on the flex plate bolts. So some of these other aluminum block 4.6s are already marked. At least the mains are already marked. These already have little arrows on them. I'm gonna see if they got the numbers stamped in there like I've seen on previous ones. I'm just gonna clean these ends off. They're usually like all the way out here at the ends. I'm gonna clean that off and see. Cool, these ones are marked. You can see number 1, number 2, 3, and so on. So I'm going to pull these out. You got to put them back exactly the same way that you take them out. So that's next. I almost forgot these side bolts. Okay, this engine was definitely rebuilt because these side bolts are not normally torqued to this amount of torque. I think it's something like 20 or 30. Oh my gosh. Some of these feel like they're, oh my, like around 100. Now I should be able to get these main caps off of here. I like to leave the bolts in it so that I can kind of use them as leverage. Might be able to wiggle them out. If not, a little pry bar down in these corners help. This crankshaft should come out of here now. So I'm not surprised, but some of these bearings, they look terrible. 2 of them came off with the crank. But I was looking at the mains when they came off, and it doesn't look like any of them spun. So I'll show you what that looks like. I think I might be able to reuse this block. I'll show you these bearings too. They're not good. I'm gonna wipe these bearings down so it's easier to see the damage. That one won't even stay in there. These bearings were definitely heated up and they were about to spin. So these bearings got all kinds of pitting and scarring and stuff. Especially these two. They're just really rough. The front one's not so bad, but these middle 2 are really bad. But when you take them out, the thing you want to look for is there's like little cross hatching in here. A little cross hatch, kind of like what you would see in a cylinder. And when I was taking all the main caps out, even though the bearings weren't staying in there, it looks like they all still had that cross hatching. in none of these bearings, the part was not slid around. So the part was still where the main meets the block. So that's pretty good. So this is number 2 main cap. And again, the bearing surface is chunked. It is not good at all. But when you take that bearing off of there and look at the machine surface, it's nice, and it's got like a cross hatch on there. So that tells me that all the bearings, or at least, I mean, all the bearing bores are still good. So I'm pretty sure I can reuse this block. That's good news. I'm gonna go ahead and put these main caps loosely in here just so they don't get mixed up. All right, I got the whole engine disassembled. I didn't take apart the cylinder heads to check them yet. This is a DC head, so hopefully I can keep this. I may not even use this DC head on this engine because I'm thinking just do a budget build just to get the Marauder back going. I know it's not the perfectly organized, but each piston is where it's supposed to be. This crankshaft is no good. It's definitely, I'm pretty sure I have another crankshaft, but I think this block is going to be reusable. I'm going to have to measure the cylinder walls and some of the pistons that I got. These pistons and rods are no good, but I'm pretty happy that I can at least use this block, I think. All right, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully I can get this Marauder on the road at some point. This is a little bit of a setback with this engine, but I think I might have enough stuff to do a budget build and get this thing back going. I know I got some pistons, some factory pistons that I've taken out of other engines, but it looks like this engine was rebuilt. I don't know if it's factory bore or what, and I know I have some C heads lying around that are not DB or DC heads. I don't want to waste those. Well, I don't know if I'd say waste them, but I don't know if I want to use them on this car. I'd rather send those out. Those DB and DC heads are really good. Those are the latest castings from Ford, and that's what a lot of the CNC machine shops will actually CNC. They won't do any of the earlier like the 01 Cobra heads, things like that. Just the coolant passage is too close to the intake ports and things like that. But thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on where this is going. Next video, I'm going to take some measurements and see what kind of parts I got laying around, see if I can't get an engine together to get this Marauder back on the road.